Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. It is a Sunday, little random, little just in here, kind of say hi, say what's up. But as you can tell by the title, I want to get some ideas for some upcoming tech talk. So with YouTube and all of its crazy rules and guidelines and how they're enforcing them and all that junk, I think tech talk is something that will actually fly under the radar. Shouldn't have any issues. We don't really burn or do anything crazy on there. And any kind of like pictures or anything is pretty limited. So I think it'll go well. But my issue is it's been so long. We didn't keep up with it. I want to know what you guys want to hear about as far as topics. So what techs, what's going on? What do you guys want to see happening on Tech Talk? What do you want to learn about? What do you want to hear more information? And that's pretty much what I'm here to ask. Nothing special. This is probably going to be like a 10 or 15 minute episode. May get saved, may not, but that is the plan and what we're here to do. So let me just pop up chat so I can see who has jumped in here. Oh, Loki, what's up, man? Yeah, YouTube live, no problem. Samsung S6 definitely will be covered, no doubt about that. So yeah, well, me without any kind of real channel these days, we're just barely over 2K subs. I can't imagine this being a record-breaking stream in any way, but thank you guys for stopping in and saying what's up. There we go. Okay. Getting things together. It's been so long since I streamed, I didn't realize my computer struggled there. Forgot my computer struggled so much. Until next week. Okay, let's free up some RAM space on here. Okay, anyway. So yeah, that's the plan. I have no idea where Mouse is. I'm assuming he'll be on the next Tech Talk. He doesn't really have anything else to do, so he really has no excuses. So we'll get on here, but he has his own channel. He is one of the few who did not get deleted by YouTube. So check. Is this just audio? No. There's pics and everything else. Yeah. How's the golf game? The golf game is, it's all right. Not too bad. Swing is still hanging in there these days. No problem. So yeah. So couple Samsung's questions in the chat. I mean, if I was just going to tell you right now, I will be covering Samsung, or yeah, 561Cs, the new 301B, kind of do a little cross-reference and data checking on those two numbers. I will be covering these are what I have planned. The Trollmaster Aggro controller, which I saw one or two in the chat there. I've already brought that up. That is definitely something I want to cover, show you how to use that. The new PLC bars. Those will be covered, obviously. A little selfish, but hey. And then we'll probably cover the Grow Mouse pucks. And so that's 4 topics. And honestly, as I was writing them down, it kind of... seems pretty good. But I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything out there that you guys want to hear about. And, maybe I can squeeze some more in, something along those lines. Okay, yeah, new smart Wi-Fi tech. Yeah, so, okay, perfect. Cree Reds, yep, we'll cover those. Beautiful. Just what I want to hear, guys. I'm going to try. I'm not going to go into anything now. I'm known for asking you guys for suggestions, and then I just end up doing a tech talk on the spot. So I'm not really going to go into anything right now, but yes, all good suggestions. And yes, what's up to everyone who's just stopping in to say, hey, it's been a while, and without the GrowTube and a couple other things. Hideous Penguin, I went on to Discord and answered his question this morning. You're looking for 6 to 9% of the radiometric output to be in the 730 range of your 660. So yeah, so go on to the Discord, and I wrote the numbers down there. But yeah, we can talk about Emerson effect there. Since a lot of people are implementing 660 these days, not too many of them are implementing the 730 to kind of jump on and add that. So yeah, maybe here, I'll write that down right now. We'll touch on lots of 660 action. Where's the Emerson? 660. Where's the Emerson? Okay, it's on the books. I do not have a second channel. If YouTube decides to take me down for another time, you can find me on Vimeo, vimeo.com/greengenes. I was able to get there early and get that. Or you can find me on the WeedTube. I do have an account at Patreon that if it does come down to it, I will go to Patreon. There's a few things. Pretty much any social media platform or outlet. If you search Greengenes or Greengenes Garden, most likely Greengenes Garden because that's my screen name on everything, you will find me. So, or should be able to find me. And if you don't, then send me a DM and say, hey, Greengenes, why aren't you on this or that or that? And I'll see if I'm down to go elsewhere. Yeah, no, Black Heart Gardens, it's not really a tech talk. It's more of just a brainstorming on we need to get some tech talks back up in the community, especially since when YouTube deleted me, that's the one thing I don't have copies of. I want to get some ideas, just see what tech you guys want to learn about, what tech you want to hear about, what you want to talk about. And that is the idea behind it. I was going to do a live IG too. We could do like Inception of IG. I don't know if that really works, but all right, cool. Rosin pressing, yes, rosin pressing videos. I need to remake the DIY rosin press video. I need to change a couple things, correct myself in there, as well as just make it more YouTube friendly. Take me dabbing out of the end of it. Couple things like that. So that's I will get the rosin press video up, new and improved, better than ever, all that good jazz. So that'll come. I don't know if that'll squeeze into Tech Talks, but I promise you guys I will get that back on. And yeah, Raptor Goes brings it up. Glad you mentioned Vimeo. I am on Vimeo. I'm on most of them. I've been on most of the things even before this little debacle. It's just YouTube's my jam. People talk shit on YouTube, and I talk shit on YouTube. I fucking hate YouTube right now. But that's right, YouTube. If you're watching this, but nonetheless, it is where we were born, where we've built our followings, where we've built our community, our everything. And I don't necessarily want to leave it. I wish they'd get their shit together and act like a normal business, but whatever. I guess they are acting like a normal business because they're a bitch to their advertisers that are paying them more money than I am via content. So anyway, blah, 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 blah. Any platform I'll try to be on. So yeah, I'm still doing the garden updates. Occasionally it's a small garden, this or that, but the new gardens, as I always say, it's bigger. It's got some plans. And back to the side-by-sides of the old ways. I'm still one of the only HPS versus LED grow. Now, is it hard to do? No. But no one's done it. No one's documented it. And still to this day, it gets referenced as like the test, which is cool. It's great. I'm truly appreciative of that. But we need to get more of them out there, more up to date, and not to put any pressure on anyone, but no one's doing it, boys. And especially with YouTube and everything shut down, and girls. I see Dizzy's in here. Sorry, don't mean to be sexist. So no one's doing it, boys and girls. We need to get the content back out there. And yes, LEDs kick ass and they rule, but sodiums are they're in all the big facilities. They're doing the work. So I want to see more people kind of step up to the plate and put LEDs back into the real limelight of the one and only choice to come in the future here. So not to say I'm not loving all the good LED content I'm seeing out there in the world, but I want to really see us impact the industry like we did kind of early on. So yeah, that's what's planned for my garden. And then obviously the tech talk will keep going with the channel. Dizzy, what's up? How are you, girl? See you're busy away weaving and taking care of your bunnies. You guys saw my IG post about the no nutrients this morning. Yes, that was a little. I was just going through my IG, and it was a combination of multiple people. I saw about 3 posts in a row that were all basically like, "I grow organic, and this is the greatest thing ever," and blah 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 blah. And it's like, I don't care. Like organics are great, synthetics are great, but the people who get on their soapboxes and their pretentious little high horses, those are the people who piss me off, who think that because they go buy some organic nutrients at the hydro store, that they somehow are producing the world's best quality pot, and that it's natural and organic and it's the way to go, and you're not destroying environments and doing all this shit. And it's like, bullshit, dude. You're harvesting fucking seaweed out of the ocean at a mass rate, as well as guanos and other resources. Just because I'm not processing them and then synthetically deriving them, like, sustainable and organics are two totally different things. And I don't want to get this on there, but that's essentially what my little rant was about. That if your goal is to be sustainable and save the world, then by all means, different horses for different courses, whatever floats your boat, do what you got to do. But don't think that it's the one and only way to do things. Just be open to whatever's out there. And so when people get very like preachy about this one and only way, I like to play the devil's advocate. Even if I agree with their actual, like, the premise of what they're saying, I will always kind of tend to play devil's advocate there and be a little bit of a troll and just make sure people know that when they preach, like, to cover all the sides of it. Yeah, liquid organics isn't organics either, but like constantly amending with guanos and seaweeds and other things that are harvested out of the environment isn't, organics. Well, it's organics, but isn't sustainable. And I don't care whether it's organics or synthetics. A nitrate is a nitrate, and like batshit nitrates and, lab grade nitrates, there's no difference, nor do they make a difference in how the plant processes them. And that's what the way it really is. But we're tangenting. We're going on to a classic Greengenes tangent. I haven't even smoked really this morning. So yeah, that's just my issue with organics and synthetics. And granted, I'm a guy who learned to grow in organics, not no-till. I'm not a fan of no-till. I do like to till, but organic super soil built re-amended soils for eight years before I ever touched a synthetic bottle. So it has nothing to do with, I don't not like organics. I love organics. And like I say all the time, different horses for different courses. They each have their own. But when people get preachy, I like to go on the other side. Wow, 76 people, 77. I honestly thought this was going to be like a 25, 30, 35 person chat. So anyway, what's up, everyone? Good morning. It's afternoon now, but you get it. Yeah, dude, you guys got bat caves in your garage harvesting bat guano? That'd be badass. It's like, yeah, dude, I keep rabbits in my grow room so I don't have to keep doing CO2. I don't. It's an old story. What strains am I interested in? That's a good question. That's kind of what I've been debating on myself right now, is because I'm almost done with this and I'm not going to carry on the Kobe. I just want to keep growing different strains, and while I'm at a personal level these days, there's no reason to keep monocropping so hard and things like that. So I'm probably going to hit up my buddy Justin Joints. You guys have all seen his gardens. He's got a couple strains in there that I really want to run, like Great Nanners, as well as he's got my Larry face cut. So there's a couple things I think I'm going to drop in. The other option is I have a pack of Archive Seed Banks Hazmat OG, which is Chem 91 crossed with their face off, as well as I have a pack of Vader OG and a couple things from Sub, as well as I have my own Jilly Bean SFV cross that I might pull this year. I don't know. There's a lot of options. Yeah, Great Nanners, terrible name, fucking horrible name. Agreed. You did hear that right. Grape Nanners, grape and banana. It is fantastic strain. The terpene profile on it is bar none unbelievable. But it is called Grape Nanners, which just sounds like it's going to throw some nanners. So yeah, no, it's a fantastic strain. I really want to grow it. Maybe we'll call it Grape Bananas or something. But good question. I do not know what's happening with the Grow 2 Roundtable. Dago has come over to Vimeo. He's uploaded most of the older stuff. I know that the channel got deleted. One of the many of us cannabis channels on YouTube that got deleted. So Dago re-uploaded most of the old videos, if not all of them by now. We're kind of limited. We can only upload like 20 gigabytes a month or a week or so. I don't know. That is honestly all I know. I haven't talked to him or the rest of the crew in a little bit. So I would imagine it'll probably come to a private website hosting at some point. I saw the other night on the GML show that he's going to be doing that. YouTube's done. That's why I say, like, let's get some tech talk in. The amount of information that's going to be out in the web between the loss of net neutrality, YouTube's fiasco, forums just in general sucking with moderation as they always have, things like that. It's going to be really tough to get the information out there in the masses like we have for the past, honestly, the past 4 years. The information revolution from the cultivation side of the cannabis industry and the LEDs has been, we've never seen anything like it before. And so now that all of these outlets are, I don't want to say shut down, but like it's really hindering our freedom of speech here in the sense that like we have no place to go that has our community that we had in YouTube. When I posted a video on YouTube originally, when I had the regular channel, like we'd have on a good video, like if it was a good, not just a random garden update, because I understand those get monotonous after a while, but like a good video, like the Jack's video, we had 12,000 views the first day. I've never had a video take off 12,000 views in the first day. It was only up for less than 24 hours before the channel got deleted. But that information was very common. Me, Mouse, anyone could put videos out like that out all the time, and they were coming out all the time. And the information was a plethora, and you could get it from many, many sources. And you get so many different point of views, and it was fantastic. Now it's like a book burning, and the few books that are left, we're going to have to cherish. And so my attempt with Tech Talk is to hopefully write somewhat of a quote unquote book for you guys to be able to reference with some information regarding at least LEDs in that industry, as well as some of the tech that goes along with it. And then possibly be able to roll that into regular cannabis content like rosin and processing and things like that. But I think just keeping it as a tech-based boom, boom, boom first should be able to abide and get through YouTube's guidelines and always be accessible for people out there. Yeah, Blackheart's got it. We came from private hosting on forums, and that's why we went to forums in the first place, because it was a way that we could be incognito. We had a screen name, we had this, their servers were hosted overseas, like all this kind of stuff. And then forums, you know, did what YouTube did, and they became advertiser bitches and bend over backwards. Just, you know, 420 magazine's a great example of like, you know, how much Mars shit was pushed on that. And we all know, you know, I don't need to tell you what Mars is, but the fact that like forums were the ones pushing that, and anyone putting out real information and content got banned from those forums. That's what YouTube's doing. That's what, you know, and when I signed up for Vimeo, I was fine. When I upgraded my Vimeo to a pro account so that I could upload more content and get it out there, I was blocked. The first day, I'm the only one who's had this happen, so it's not like a major issue, but like they quote unquote blocked me. They banned me. I had to submit an appeal on my Vimeo before I even uploaded a video. I had zero content, and they already said, we've deemed you as, you know, blah, 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 like unacceptable or something. I have it screenshotted somewhere, but so Vimeo is not safe. The WeedTube is safe, but it's not like that secure of a site. And honestly, the views there are dismal. I do it to get the information out there, but to get like 20 views in 2-3 weeks, like that's not fun for me as a creator. And that's also why I always go back to YouTube, because we all hate YouTube, but yet we're all here on YouTube. So yeah. Yeah, man, that's why I'm on multiple ships. I'm not jumping ship. I'm just throwing parts of me onto other ships. Detachable penis. Yeah, exactly. Woody's got it. They're dead compared to YouTube, and that's part of the draw to YouTube. So But it is nice that we are getting a little coverage. Philip DeFranco covered it, and there's actually a channel called Psyched Substances that gave you. I watched a video this morning, and they did a little coverage on the cannabis specific. Well, when it really comes, there's no answers. It's just like anyone. We can refuse. Any business can refuse service for any reason to whatever, and that's basically what YouTube's doing. They're just being shady as fuck about it, and they're trying to hide it behind like, you violated community guidelines and we've received one or more legal complaints against you, and so we've decided to delete you, even though we won't support anything. So yes, so just crazy. So yeah, the point of this stream was not to rant about YouTube or any kind of channels or the situation of where we're at currently, but it was to just kind of say, hey, what's up, guys? Hey, what's up? What do you guys want to hear about? Like I said, I've got a list that even if I don't ask, I think will be a pretty solid episode to start. And if I can get Mouse on there, we should be just fine. But yeah, what do you guys want to hear about? And I see it already, a couple tech talks. I'll show you guys how to wire up I'm going to do a video on Trollmaster specifically. So a full video. The only issue is I'm currently using the Trollmaster stuff to control my room, which is almost done. And then it'll be transferred over to the bigger room. So during the transfer, I will show you how to wire up everything. So how to set up Trollmaster just as well as how to splice the Trollmaster cables up into a Meanwhile driver, which is very simple. And Trollmaster has a diagram on their page, or maybe not on their page, but it's on their IG page. Can you see that? You can't see that. I'm sorry. That's not working as well as I was hoping. But anyway. Anyway, they have a diagram. I will show you how. It'd be super easy, and we will get that going too. My hand watering techniques are to not let it dry out. That's literally it. No technique, just water. It's on Horde Hydro. It's on the post that has the Fluence light in it. It's a multiple picture post. I don't have the date. I just screenshotted it. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is getting a little full behind me, except that's all her shit. That's not really my shit. That's mostly hers. I mean, I guess you can see you see a light controller right there. You see a clone dome right there. You see a pot right there. There's a trim bin right there. Other than that, all the rest is house shit to go inside. There's like spare rooms worth of hardwood floor, a couple things. And then that's a pick and place machine. Actually out of 6s right now, at least at home, but yeah. Yeah, if you guys have been watching the Grow series, there's no different. Everyone asks like, oh, is there any difference between the two spectrums and this and that? And I mean, there's ever so slight differences that I can't even call differences, because it's a difference between a bud to bud. It's not a whole canopy difference in any way. It's just like, oh, this bud looks a little more, like clearly has a little more purple tint to it, but also that's a higher CRI light, and I haven't taken them into a neutral light source, so I can't really make any comparisons there. The right side technically has the biggest cola, but that's because it was the biggest, hardiest branch pre-flowering at all. It was big to begin with, and it was big throughout. And so yeah, no, I don't have any any notable differences between the two. Again, without me taking them into a neutral light setting, it's hard for me to say that to say anything, and then combine that with the fact that like this run has a little bit of a hiccup going on with the addition of CO2 late and without some parameters being in control before that. So it's hard to say anything for that. But you really shouldn't expect much because we got a solid white, the PLC 300, which is basically a souped up CXP 250. It's pushing right around 2.0, 1.95 to 2.0 micromoles per joule. And then the first prototype light that we have in there for the PLC 330 bar, that's not the complete production light like this is. It's only like 2.3, 2.29 micromoles per joule. So basically the micromole difference in that little room is very, very small. It will get slightly bigger with the true official bar, but anyway, all those variables combined make it very hard to make any kind of decision other than that overall they are both performing on par with what we'd expect with a top-notch light. So I know that is not a perfect answer and it's very beat around the bush, but that's the only way to really say it. DIY rosin press video, yeah, just wait. It's not, I don't have a perfect answer for you. That one just has some issues with it that I'd like to cover. I'd like to take care of first. And maybe one of the videos, even though it wasn't flagged directly, like I assume that that video gave me more flack and scrutiny and people flagging and shit on my channel than any other video because, like, let's just face it, it's making a concentrate. So, yeah. But with that said, the press makes some fantastic rosin. I didn't forget to show the power supply. You want to see a power supply? Poops 420. When adjusting light height, do you sacrifice a few tops directly under the lights for the outer edges to get as most as possible, or pull back and let the outer edges suffer? So I assume by pull back and let the outer edges suffer, you mean dim it down and not adjust height, so thus not getting any extra coverage. What's up, Coda Bear? How are you, baby? What's up, puppies? Oh, are you talking about the power supply in the rosin breast video, dude? There's no power supply in the rosin breast video. That's why I didn't show it. There is none. I thought you were talking about the power supply for the bar. Like, yes, this has an offboard power supply. That's what I thought you were talking about. I just didn't want to didn't show a power supply because it's just power supply. But if you're asking about a power supply for the DIY rosin press, there is none. That's why you don't see a power supply. No, there's nothing. Okay, I don't mean to rip on you or anything, but people get bitchy about that DIY rosin press video because I specifically say, like, hey, I made a time lapse and it didn't come out as good as I thought, so I didn't put it in there. And people think like, oh, you're not going to put in the time lapse of me showing you how to wire? You see that box, that white box? Can you read that box? Imagine from that far away. And that is why I didn't put it in there, because why would I make you guys watch 30-second time lapse of something that doesn't show you anything? And that is why it's not in there. So yes, I want to take the part of me saying I didn't put something in there out so that you guys don't realize that there isn't something else, that because you guys just think like, oh, he took something out, it's good. No, I took stuff that's bad out of the video, and that's why I don't show you. So I want to make a couple changes and make it a little more perfect, I guess we'll say, but no, it's not because it was, yeah. So I hate when people like jump down my throat because I took that time lapse out. I took that time lapse out to save you time and not confuse you because you guys couldn't see me wiring up something from 12 feet away at 4 times the speed. Oh, that's a good question. How do I like Jack's 3-2-1 or my own formula when running it the whole time? Again, it's another thing of just like the two lights. Like I can't give you a solid, any solid information on it because there's not enough unaffected data to make any kind of judgments. Like there's so many variables going on these. It's like, okay, this is the one run compared to my 35 plus runs on 3-2-1, you know, like I've had some serious success with the boost formula using it with my formula using it as a late booster. But I did notice a quality decrease on that, but also there's so many variables going on run to run. So I kind of touched on this earlier in kind of the beginning of it, is when the new room comes up, we'll have the ability to do side-by-sides. And so those side-by-sides aren't necessarily just LED HPS or LED versus some other LED, but they're going to be nutrient things, like exactly what we're talking about here. 3-2-1, start to finish, or 3-2-1 with the GG boost, or GG boost the whole time, blah, blah, blah. Those kind of things are what need to be touched on, tested. Granted, I would love for a nutrient company to do this, but you know, it'll make good content and good stuff for me. You saw me comment on a computer channel, said Hackintosh that thing. Was that Max's channel, or maybe it was, who would I have been watching that wanted to Hackintosh? Either way, yeah, I would love to. I don't know a lot about computers, but you know, I have my nerdy tendencies, so yes, I do. PC stuff is fun sometimes, even though I'm a Mac user. Well, I sit my like my computer is currently sitting on top of a 140 heatsink, so I can keep my computer cool. That's cool, Poops. Yeah, 1 parts. That's whatever floats your boat. Charismatic? Are you who I think you are? Fat Man Thread? Is that who it is? I know we talked on IG if it is you. I'm not quite sure if you're the same dude. Yeah, that is you. If it is you, interesting. I mean, I looked at it because a lot of you guys out there are like, oh, I want it. What's up with this mega crop? It's 1 part, blah, blah, blah. Everyone just wants a 1 part. You guys don't care what the best is or what the formula is. You just want a 1 part because it's 1 part. I wouldn't say Jax is a lot better than Mega Crop, and Mega Crop isn't better than Jax, and that's what I want to teach you guys. It's like I don't want to just give you fish. You need to learn to fish. That's the whole point of this. So it's not that Jax is good. It's that a ratio that comes out to a 314 MPK on the real parts per million, like that's important. Now, what, you know, and it doesn't have to be that exact like 314, but like it's the NPK and all the nutrients in there that are making it effective. It is not the name Jax. It is not the name Mega Crop. It is not the name Veg Bloom that does anything for your plants. It is the actual composition of your nutrient lineup. So I don't care what it is. But if someone's going to say like, this is the best, then let's explain why this is the best, or this is working the best. Well, why is it working the best? Does it have a high phosphorus count? Is it running a really high calcium level? Or, like for, maybe it has a super high potassium peak. There's so many things, but it's not the name of Mega Crop that's doing it, or Jax 321. Like that doesn't mean anything. What matters is your nitrogen levels, your phosphorus levels, potassium, magnesium, calcium, sulfur. You get it. So there we go. So yeah, that's okay. So Kreis, that would be interesting. What would we say in that formula? Because I know it's a little lower on the nitrogen than some of the other formulas. I don't have it in my calculator anymore. Anyway, my question would be, what do they have in addition? I think they may add some biostimulant to the mix. So what are they adding that's increasing those Brix levels or affecting those Brix levels? Like, is it some kind of sugar component that's just being absorbed in there and then turning into Brix, or that's where I would be, of what is Megacrop doing that's giving them the results at this high Brix. And I'm going to go check out. I don't follow them on IG, so I'll go check it out and see what we're talking about here. Yeah, see, Ryan Eaton, you say Jax has a really stable pH and is cheaper than Megacrop. Well, Megacrop advertises it, and I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I'm obviously a Jax supporter here, but Megacrop advertises 1 cent per gallon cheaper than Jax, and Jax, like many people, complain about the pH drift. So you obviously don't have those issues, and like it's good for you. But that's what we want to like say in general. One case doesn't make a situation or a rule. 2125. Okay, so it's most likely aminos adding in the calcium intake. Just a thought. Yeah. So that's what I would be curious of, like, all right, so the aminos. And that's where like I'm not talking to you, Charismatic, because I know you kind of know, but to the rest of the people out there, like, I use Jax because I'm very confident and happy with the profile it gives me. But I know that that's all it's giving me is a nutrient profile. It's not giving me biostimulants. It's giving me, some pH buffering and balancing, but not all of it. But I understand that. So a lot of people looking for the one parts out there, they don't want to deal with pH. They don't want to deal with possible fluctuations in nitrogen levels. They don't want to deal with adding biostimulants. They don't want to deal with adding this or that. And so one parts really kind of go straight into that. I'll check into that, Ryan, because they're basing it off 3 cents per gallon mix. So what you're saying is against theirs. So I'll check it out. And that's what it comes down to, is holding people responsible, putting the actual information and the data out there. And then data can thus be interpreted in many ways. And people can take that data and manipulate it and this and that. But when the raw data is presented, there's no getting around what the raw data is. So that's all we can say. So yeah, I like Grow More. I like Grow More. Like I said, this Mega Crop stuff, I don't use it. I'm assuming it's just fine. But yeah, just kind of check out and realize what's going on. So they have aminos. I would imagine they have some kind of like sugar or carbohydrate source to support any kind of additional microbes they're adding with the mix. And yeah. How did that? Where is the Jack Silica test? What do you even mean by that? Go on their website. I'm waiting for Odie Jones to respond of where is Jack's silica test. I don't really understand that. It seems to, so. Cronny, you almost had me, bro. Yeah. I'm reading your comment. Jax is organic, right? And like didn't even realize it was you. And I was just about to like, really, guys? Come on now. Yeah. Good to see you, Cronny. Glad you're in here. True. Oh, Trubinoids. What's up? How's it going? Just going through chat, making sure I didn't miss anything major. Oh yeah, MPK Raw from MPK Industries. Like they have a bloom and grow. You know, everyone has their like 1 or 2 part mixes. It's just, does it fit your needs? Does it fit your plant needs and the rest of them? It's nutrients are nutrients, especially in the synthetic world. Okay, people blowing up chat. All right, all right. Okay. Well, I think overall this chat has we've done quite well today. Like I said, I just wanted to get some information on you guys, what you wanted to hear about on the next Tech Talk. And since you guys are all in here, we have 114 of you in here live. I don't know how many of you will see this in the later, but go hit up GrowMouse, tell them to text me, tell them, say, hey, Gene's talking about a new Tech Talk series. Get your ass over there. So I'll text him tonight, let him know what the thoughts and everything are. But yeah, blow him up, bug the shit out of him. Maybe make him make a video. Hell, he's the only one with a decent sized channel left. So fucking do it. Yeah, it'll give him a little publicity for his pucks, and yeah, let's get his ass out here. We can ask him if he still knows how to grow cannabis if he ever gets out here. Yeah, man, it was a rough hit when YouTube decided to do the thing. But anyway, cheers. You can get an e-nail and nail for like 115 bucks. It's not even worth it to DIY one. Because no matter what, you need the coil. Can't really DIY a coil. And so the control, like the coils are like, it's just not going to save you any money. So it's easier to just buy a pre-made one from someone like High Five Vapes or something like that. I've had one rolling. It stays on every day for the past 2.5 years. I do have to get a new coil eventually now because I've tested it and it's not reading the temperature perfectly accurate, but for 2 years on every day, 25, 30 dabs a day, it does quite well. 15 dabs a day, 25, 30 on a heavy day. $80 for a new one. I think I paid like $105 2 years ago for mine. So yeah, no sense in DIYing an e-nail. Go check out High Five Vapes. Not sponsored by them, but that's where I get my shit. So it's cheap and it works for a long time. call them live on stream. I could do that. That's true. I could do that. But no, I actually got to get going with my day. It's like 1:00 here. I've got some house duties to do, and I just want to say, hey, burn a little with you, even though it took all the way to the end to take one single dab. So yeah, thanks guys for stopping in, saying hey. I will try to get back in here. I'll just say the plan is for now at least. The plan is garden updates, boring, the usual. Tell you what's going on, see some things. We're getting a good time. But then I'll jump in midweek and do kind of like a Q&A answering session, maybe live, maybe recorded. Not quite sure yet, but that's the plan. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.